I'm going to be sharing with you in this video the truth on why you're not manifesting the life you really want. Because so many people on the planet are trying so hard to manifest their life. And in a way, they really, really want it. They do really mean it when they say that they want to manifest a new reality. But if you look at their actions and the way that they are being, it's almost this weird self-sabotage that's happening, because on one level, obviously you might want to create something. I'm not talking about you in particular, but just most people, but this could be you since you were called to click on this title. It's like we want something from one level, we have a desire, but on another level, if we look at the way that we're acting and the way that we're being, we kind of don't really want what we want. And this is what you call self-sabotaging behavior, but we're gonna get a little bit deeper into it in the video as we go along. But if you're not manifesting the life that you want, if you're not manifesting the life that you want to create, this is gonna be the video for you, because this is gonna bring you the level of awareness and the things that you need to know in order to get closer to manifesting what you truly want. So why you're not manifesting the life you really want. If you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Number one, the first reason you're not manifesting the life you really want, why you're not manifesting the life you really want, is belief in the old self. Belief in the old self. See, when you're creating a new reality, the new self is a decision that you decide to become something. You have this new self vision. You decide to become something new, something that you're currently not. Something that you're currently not, you've decided to become that new version of yourself. And that's the nature of manifestation, isn't it? You have a goal and some place you want to get to, but you're not actually at that place right now. You're not actually at that place. And so that's something to consider. I know that sounds obvious, but just consider that you are going in a direction, and by the time you get there, that person that you are now is no longer going to be alive. It's going to die. And that's not a bad thing, that's a beautiful thing. People make it a bad thing. People put labels on death of the old self. Life is a continual death and rebirth. Now, the problem is that on the way to that new self, what most people do is they start to believe in the old self. So the old self comes up and then they give it energy. Now you have to understand, energy flows where attention goes. So the key here is to completely ignore the old self and continue to be the new self relentlessly and fearlessly, no matter what comes up. The old self coming up in this present moment is nothing more, it's nothing more than just old patterns coming up to the surface that are contradicting where you want to go. That's all it is. It's what I call a contradictory vibration or a contradictory belief. It's not good and it's not bad, it just is what it is. But the truth is that you have a certain direction that you want to go in, and this old self is coming up to the surface, and obviously it's not in alignment with who you want to become. That's what alignment really is you have a vision, you have a goal, and certain energies, certain patterns, certain emotional patterns, certain thought patterns, certain habits, certain friends, certain foods, certain relationships may come up to the surface that contradict that. Now, when it comes up, which it will, it's going to come up, because when a new self is emerging, the old self has to break down. It has to come up to the surface. And you know what's funny? You have to accept that old self 100%, because if you're in resistance to that old self, that is actually giving it energy. You're believing in the old self by resisting it, because what you resist persists. Because if you resist something, you're actually giving it energy, and energy also flows where attention goes. And if you're in resistance to something, you're actually giving it energy and attention. Hence, you're believing in the old self and you're manifesting that reality into existence, maybe not on purpose, maybe you're not doing it on purpose, but you are manifesting that old self into existence because you're giving it energy. You're fueling it energy with your own resistance. So the key is to accept the old self, and then from that space of acceptance, what you'll find is that you'll stop believing in the old self. Resistance to the old self is belief in the old self. You have to create a space between who you actually are and that old self coming up to the surface. Now, number two is a lack of determination and vision. The reason you might not be manifesting what you want is simply because you don't have a powerful enough vision. You've never given yourself a compelling vision. The times that I've transformed in my life personally is when I had a compelling vision, where I knew I wanted to go in a certain direction, where I relentlessly and fearlessly was determined to go in that direction. It takes a certain level of commitment to manifest something into your existence. Now, personally, when I heard people talk about commitment, even just a couple months ago, but especially even before that, it really got me angry. It got me frustrated because I was like, manifestation, I don't believe manifestation has to be hard. I believe there can be challenges. I believe it can be difficult, but I don't believe it has to be something that we resist. Now, the truth though is that I came to the conclusion though, that since life is always a death and rebirth, if you don't know where you're going, somebody else has decided basically for you where you're going, or you're just unconsciously creating your reality, but that's the same thing. Basically, that's the same thing. If you're unconsciously creating your reality, that means that somebody else is in a way creating your reality for you. Now, the key here is to understand that if you have a lack of determination and vision, if you're not committed to who you want to become, if you're not willing to say, I am going to ignore every aspect of my old self because I know where I'm going. Where somebody asks me, hey, you want to do this thing? You tell them no because you know exactly where you're going. The key here is to be so determined on your vision, on who you want to become and where you want to go, you stop feeding energy to everything that goes against that vision. And if you don't know where you're going, you're going to have a hard time saying no, because since you don't know where you're going and who you want to become very clearly, and you haven't defined that vision in a very clear way, you're going to just say yes to everything. You're going to be what I call a flying bag in the wind. You're just totally, you're not grounded in something that you want to become. You have to ground yourself in your vision. Let your vision become something that you become. But it's not going to happen unless you have a determination and a level of commitment to become something. See, that's why I post videos every single day. I like to go all in. Either I take a break for 3 months or I go all in. I'm just that kind of person where I like to go all in with whatever I do. And that allows me to create what I want pretty quickly in my life. And I'm not saying that to show off. I'm saying that because I found that when I know where I'm going, where I have a sense of determination in terms of who I want to become, where I'm actually going, it always manifests. Because in my mind, when I get to that point where I know where I'm going, there's no alternative. There's no possibility of it not working out or something going wrong. It's like, no, I've decided who I'm going to become. I'm going to trust myself and I'm going to make it happen until it manifests. You see what I'm saying? Some people are trying to become YouTubers or trying to start a business or trying to quit a bad habit or no, if you're trying to do something, it means you haven't made a choice to become a different person. If you're trying to quit something that you're doing, it means that you're still in the identity of that thing. You haven't really from your heart, from that deep part of you, you haven't made a choice to say, I'm done with the old self. I'm determined to become something different. I'm determined to become a new person right now. I don't know how it's going to happen exactly. I don't need to know how, but what I know is one thing. I'm not happy where I am right now. I'm not in resistance to where I am now, but I know where I want to go. And if you know where you want to go, if you have a determination, if you have a commitment to become something, you will manifest it. It's going to happen. Why? Because you said so. because you decided that you want to become something new. And then the universe will conspire. The universe will give you the opportunities. It will give you the right people. It will give you the circumstances that you need to help you bring that vision into fruition. And everything that's not in alignment with that vision will become very clear. It's like, oh, well, that's not helping me. Yeah, and then you say no to that. But you don't have that consciousness and awareness unless you really make a choice to become who you want to be and know exactly where you're going, and you have cultivated a clear vision for yourself. Number 3, giving away your power. This is a big problem that people have in society. They don't know who they really are. They say, maybe I should be like this person. Maybe I should be like that person. Let me try to copy this YouTuber. Let me try to copy that YouTuber. Let me copy how this person does things. When you're doing that, you're giving away your power. See, we each create our own individual reality. And there's no right or wrong way to create your own subjective personal reality. You could argue that there's more dense and maybe more conscious ways to create your reality, but is there a right or wrong? Absolutely not. The truth is that most people are giving their power away to a lot. You can give your power away to anything, by the way. You can give your power away to a coach. You can give your power away to a mentor. You can give your power away to a YouTuber. You can give your power away to me right now. I don't encourage you to do that. Take this content and benefit from it, but don't give your power away to me, because if you're giving away your power to anybody, you're locking yourself in to their reality, not your own. That's what giving away your power means, is that you have this beautiful and unique way of creating your own subjective reality. You, as a unique, free spirit and soul, you create your reality individually, subjectively, uniquely, in your own unique way. And when you say to yourself, maybe I should be like that person, you're gonna feel drained. You'll feel it in your heart. You'll feel it instantly in your body when you're giving your power away to somebody, because you're seeing that it's not your own creation, it's their creation. People always want, they want you to create their creation, right? Whether consciously or unconsciously. And that's fine. If somebody's consciously owning their reality, that's fine. If you join to help them in their creation, that's fine. But you want to be conscious of what you're doing. Are you giving away your power unconsciously, or is helping their creation in alignment with your creation? See, we need to be conscious of who we're giving away our power to. And you don't want to be giving your power away to anybody at all. Personally, in my life, the only thing that I give energy to now is the self that I want to become. Anything that I give energy to is in alignment with who I want to become. If it's not, it's a distraction, period. It's a distraction. If it's not helping you become who you want to become, cut it out of your life. It's a distraction. Because that's what a distraction is. You want to become something. You're trying to go in a certain direction, whether it's consciousness-wise or whether it's a physical manifestation. Anything that's not helping you to become who you want to become is a distraction that you need to cut out of your life immediately, because it's not going to be serving you or even that person, in my personal opinion. So giving away your power to other people, like wondering, because this is what people do. They see how somebody else is doing something and they think to themselves, oh, what if that's the right way? What if, and they try to do all this research. What if I need to do organize my life the same way that this person is organized? What if I need to be more like this YouTuber or be, you see, that's what you're doing. The reason you're questioning yourself so much on what is the right path and what is the right way and who should I listen to, who should I trust, is because you don't even know where you're going. You don't know, first of all, where you're going, and you don't realize that you're the creator of your reality. When you know your power, when you know that you are a free being, that your power is within you, it is within your consciousness at all times, and then you also know where you're going, you take that power and that consciousness and then direct that energy only those you build up that power in your own consciousness, and then you only direct that energy in the direction of your dreams and your goals. You're not going to be questioning on which right path I should take, because you create your own path. You literally create your own destiny. You literally create your own path. Not that maybe from a higher level you didn't have some destiny within that creation, because at a higher level you might have chose to create even that. We'll save that for another video. But you are not any longer giving away your power because you're conscious that you are the creator. See, one thing that I saw in a YouTube video the other month by another YouTuber named Benson Hosamaro, really powerful, check his stuff out. He said at some point you have to decide who you are. At some point you got to get to a point in your life where you're like, I'm not even going to take credit for that because it was so powerful when I saw it. It's like at some point you got to be like, who do I want to be? Who is it that I decide to be? Who do I? It's like at some point you got to step in and say, you decide who you're going to be. You're not going to be like Francis Track. You're not going to be like Ralph Smart. You're not going to be like Benson Hosamaro. You're not going to be like any other YouTuber. You're going to be you. I'm gonna tell you a story right now. I remember that I was working with a mentor and I was trying to be like somebody else, and I was trying to become somebody else, and I was trying to be like another YouTuber. It doesn't matter who it was. But then I was so confused and I was like, oh, why can't I be like this person? And then he said to me, Francis, you know what I think? I said, what? He said, I want to see more of Francis. I don't want to see more of that person. I want to see more of Francis. And I thought to myself, that's exactly what I needed to hear, because I was trying to be like somebody else. I was trying to be another person. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because I want to see more of you. I want to see more of who you really want to be, not what other people want you to be. This is what it means to take back your power. This is what it means to take back your sovereignty as a free being and to say, I create my reality because I am the goddamn creator. Not from an egotistical place. In fact, the opposite. Knowing your power and directing your life consciously is the opposite of ego. Ego is when you're enslaved by the outside world. That's ego. That's unconsciousness. When you're not living intentionally, you're living unconsciously. If you're living unintentionally, you're living unconsciously. And so giving away your power is definitely one of the biggest reasons why you may not be manifesting your reality. So if you stop believing in the old self, if you start believing only in the self you want to become, if you have a strong determination and vision for where you want to go, if you take back your power in terms of who you really are as consciousness, build up that power within you and only direct your life energies in the direction of your dreams and your goals, you will have a much better time manifesting your reality into existence, guaranteed. No promises though, because it's up to you, not up to me. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for free consultation. Also, please hit that like button so more people can get access to this content, because I believe that every single person on this planet deserves to know how to create their reality, and that they are the creators of their reality, and that they can create it in the most effortless way possible. And hitting that like button does help the YouTube algorithm, and it does help the channel grow, so that would be great. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, leave a comment down below what your thoughts are if you want to. Also, everything is if you want to, because I don't believe in shoulds. That's all I have for this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.